If you're watching this right now and quietly thinking to yourself, something doesn't look quite right about that girl, you would be right. Because I still have to do my contour. I haven't done any of my like highlight or contour and my face is looking very flat. So I went to an Amy Connolly event very recently, and I think I learned how to contour a little bit better and how to make your face look really lifted in the right places. So I'm just going to share with you what I learned at that event. Hydra Tint by Amy Connolly. It's like a sheer buildable kind of tint foundation, so I've still got freckles shining through. I kind of like this look. And then you've also got the Hydra Tint, which I put on before that. It's got ceramide in it, hyaluronic acid, and it just kind of works like a primer for me. This little cream here, but like the feeling of it on the skin, oh, feels so good. And it just, for me, it helps my foundation stick better to my face, but also look nicer. And it's also refillable, so you just pop it out, you press the button here, pop it out, and then you can refill. Just like the way it's kinder to the environment. First off, we're going to start with our concealer. I have this Brighten Up concealer, which is a more medium coverage. It's not full coverage, and it's more for people that have like dry areas. I would be dry around my under eye, so I prefer the consistency of this one. So it's a lot creamier, and usually I would go in with a big whack of concealer under each eye, but no, I'm just going to do what Amy showed, just a little tiny bit. So I've just zoomed in for you. You can tap this out underneath your eyes, but because this is quite creamy, I'm just going to use a brush instead and just work that into the skin with just like soft tapping motions. And it is lifting this area on the skin, but I'm just noticing less product works better. If you put a lot of concealer on your eye, you're going to get creasing far quicker. So if you just lightly layer up, then this will work a treat. Also, you're going to get a more natural look. So again, not applying too much. I want to lift the outer corner too, and just with little tapping motions. That's just giving me a lift around the eye area. Probably should have done like one half and one half not done. I'll do that with the contour. So this isn't an Amy Connolly product. This is my Clinique, and you will know that I love this chubby stick. I have hardly anything left of it. This is all I have left. And I'm going in with a Real Techniques brush. Every face shape is completely different. So I have kind of more of a square face or square angles to my face, so I apply the contour where I need it. So I would need more around my forehead. Now if you had a small forehead, I would say not to apply it here, and if you put on too much contour or the application is too much, like I swirled too much product in there, just to show you can go back in with a sponge and that will lift this product and give like a more seamless blend. So you can already see how I'm starting to shape my face with this. So what I want to do is, because I have quite a prominent forehead, to kind of bring that in and kind of shape that I've got a smaller forehead to give me more of an oval shape. You can already see I've got this very square side here, but then I'm starting to shape my contour in to give me sort of more oval features here. If you're afraid of putting too much product on, swish it into your hand like this and you'll not just have as much product on your face. And the next part, I'm going to just take around the side of my jaw again, because it's very square. I want to shape it in and make it a little bit more oval like. If you have an oval face, you'll not have to do very much. If you have a round face, these techniques will probably help. If you have a very long face, you'll want to concentrate your contour more on your chin to bring it up slightly, and you'll not want to do as much whenever it comes to like the sides or your forehead. I don't need that. I need length, so I have to concentrate on this side of my face. So it's very personal to you what way you use your contour, but I use mine just to shape my face slightly at the side here, and try not to overdo it. If you're adding too much, you can use your sponge or makeup brush that you use to apply the foundation and use that as your eraser if you need to. So you look at it like this is your pencil and this is your eraser whenever you're doing your contour. So now that I've got this side kind of shaped in here slightly and here slightly to give me more of that oval looking face, I'm going to go in to give myself a little bit of a jaw here. Now I already actually have quite defined cheekbones, so I only need a little bit. The rule is, whenever you're doing your contour in your cheeks, you want to start from your outer corner of your eye and you don't want to go in any further than that. So you want to start off here and you want to sweep it up towards the top of your ear, and this is going to give you defined cheekbones and it's going to shape your face. And you want to make sure that you're blending that contour, the line that you've made, you want to make sure that you're blending it up to lift your face up, not down. Don't sweep it down or you'll end up dragging your face down. And sometimes I even like to go in with my eraser, my sponge underneath, and just slightly erase anything from my jawbone down with slight light taps, and then that will just lift everything. So if you can draw a line all the way down, and you can see this is one side of my face without the contour, and this is the other side with the contour. It's very light, it's very natural. Essentially what you're doing is just adding shadow to your face to try and give the appearance of this lifted and elongated face shape. Next we want to go in with blush. I use two different colors. So I use Summer Spice from Pearl Beauty, and this is like a brownie shade. So it's a pinky brownie shade, but I use this to help with the contour, and I just put a slight touch on the outer side of my cheek, so more towards my temple up here, and then I just slightly bring it halfway into my cheek. That's just going to give a bit more definition. And then I'll go in with my Cream Luxe blush by Amy Connolly. This is in the shade Pink Supreme, and it is this beautiful rosy color, rosy pinky peachy color. And then where I'll place this one is I usually smile, and I find my little ball of cheek. I want to make sure that it's still on my contour line, and I don't want to drag it down. I want to make sure that it puffs up, and if there's any excess I rub that off again, start tapping gently, and then work that up and towards the temple. And again, that will give me a little bit of color but also lift my face. Now if you find that your face is very long and you want to give it a bit more plumpness, I would focus putting your blush right here in the middle of your cheek rather than out towards the temple. Focus it more like around, on the round base or the round ball of your cheek, and that will give you a bit more of a plump look. But I don't want the plump look of my face. I need to like make my face look longer and more snatched. Then another product of mine that I really love is this Clinique highlighter, and it is in the color Hefty Highlight. I love it because it's very subtle. Now what I do is I don't apply this on straight away with the stick. I will put a little bit on my hand like this and use my fingertips. I use my fingertips to give me this little highlight and tap it right above where I've placed the blush and up into the temple again. And it just gives a nice subtle glow, not too much, but a very natural, nice light highlight. If you can see, this is without anything, without the contour, without the blush, and this is with such a difference, such a difference. So if you want to create the same sort of look, you're going to have to work with your face shape. First of all, you need to find out what your face shape is and how do I use my contour. Do you need any contour here? Do you need any contour around your jaw? Whatever areas you feel that you need to slim down, that's where you use your contour. Sorry, we had to move away because the light kept changing in the other room because the sunlight came out of nowhere. But the tips to take away from this are use your contour for the places that you want to slimline in your face, and you need to figure out what places that is on your face because every face is different. And then you also want to use your concealer on the places that you want to make more prominent. Now for me, I kind of want to make under my eyes a little bit brighter and a bit more prominent. My chin, I don't want to add any more attention onto that. I feel like I have quite a prominent chin. And my forehead, again, I don't like to put too much on my forehead because I feel like I have quite a big forehead. You might already have a perfect face shape, so you will need very little contour and very little highlight. But this is just what I like to do to obviously go from this flat face to more of this defined slimline and elevated kind of lifted face, like a younger youthful face. I'm going to finish up the rest of this face with my contour, and then I will show you the placement of blush and how that can completely transform your face, give you either lifted face or a more rounded face depending on where you place your blush. And I rarely contour my nose, but you can contour your nose slightly. I just don't. Okay, now to show you placement of your blush. So you know that I sweeped up the blush on this side, sweeped it from my cheek, starting from here out towards the temple. Now this time we're not going to do that. This time we're going to go in with our blush. I'm going to take the excess off my hand and we're going to smile again, and we're going to dot it here right under the eye. to give ourselves more of a plump looking cheek. And you can see how this completely transforms your face. And I'm just gonna erase some from under here because I obviously don't want it into my actual lip, but you can see the difference here. So it's elevated and lifted, and this starts giving me more of a plump cheek because I've placed it right on the ball of my cheek. So if you're someone that wants that kind of flush of color and you don't want your face defined, then I would go for placement here just on the ball of your cheek. But me, I don't like that, so I'm just going to use my sponge again as the eraser just to blend that out like underneath my eye. And I place the blush on this side just underneath the outer corner of the eye and up. We have more of a lifted appearance, and again just a little bit of highlight. So yeah, that is how I subtly lift my face in the right places and go from a flat looking face to this kind of lifted, more natural, subtle, but well contoured face. Well slimlined. Hope this helped some of you out there that maybe wanted to learn how to create a perfect contour and use your blush correctly for your particular face shape. And if you did enjoy this, don't forget to give it a little thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much as always for watching, and yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want to see, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.